Hello, how are you? Today we're going to make the pattern to make this style purse. Well, purse side bag. Unfortunately, when I made this, it got claimed. I made it as a oh, just kind of like a harvesting bag, but it got claimed as a purse. So this pattern is the exact same pattern as this. It's just this is inverted. Inverted just means the stitching's on the inside where you don't see. This one will have no stitching except for the lace. So unfortunately I'm using black leather, so I will just show you how to make a pattern. Just show you how to make a pattern out of paper, and that way you guys can get all prepped up if you guys want to make one of these. I'm using recycled leather, so it's black leather, and of course black and red don't show that good on the leather. Well, it doesn't show on camera for sure. Yesterday I was trying to film and I just couldn't see. So what you're going to do with a piece of paper here, you're going to fold it in half. Basically fold your paper in half so you can get basic pattern. And you can make these any size that you want. I'll leave the top edge. Wind's picking up a bit here. The pattern's totally up to you on how you want this. This is a much larger one. I find if you keep it within this size, because this one takes a lot of leather. This bag with the fringe takes a lot more. It takes double the amount of leather than your ordinary just plain bag. That's because of the fringe. So you're going to start out like this. Make your pattern. Just going to use this big pattern to show you, but I would keep it within this size. I'll put a tape measure on it so you roughly can see. It's about a 7 inch by 7 by 5.5 roughly. 7 by 5.5, so 5.5. I'll do that here. 5.5, and this way would be 7. I find this one makes the perfect size. That's the size of this one here. Now from this point, after you've made this, after you've made your template, you need 4 of these. You gotta cut 4 of these out. Oh, and just if I haven't, I don't think I mentioned it, but you'll need scissors, a ruler. You don't necessarily need a, what's this called? I don't know, flexible tape measure, or whatever this is called. And hole punch. You'll need some glue of your choice at some point in time, because one of these are going to be cut down or folded over about an inch that allows you to get the little pocket. There's a little pocket here during the process. Flip up. This is, you got your main chamber, and you got a side pouch here. The button is all up to you and how you'd want to do it. This one is a wooden button that I found, so I'm using it. So I used it for this one. For this particular one, I haven't found anything. I might use a piece of horn that I cut. But you'll need 4 of these. And what you're going to do on the sides is you're going to do your about a 1/4 inch in. You're going to mark every centimeter. But you're going to have to just use right to the edge of your tape measure, and this is how I would start. Just hold the edge right there, then you do your first one, then every centimeter is a mark, about a 1/4 inch in. Each one of these are going to be a punch hole. This is where you have to kind of angle it from that point. And turn. Keep it within that time. So you're going to stay about that far all the way around. Line them up again. About a 1/4 inch. And all 4 of your panels will have this. That's all the way around. Try to get them the same as the other side. I'm going quick here because I already got mine cut out. And if you get close to the edge, which you see, just kind of make one at least a 1/4 inch away from the top. Just go in a little bit. Just go in a little bit. So that would be your pattern. So you'd cut that out of leather. 4 of these. You'd go around and you'd do all your 1 centimeter each. Then you would cut your side panel. Now you have to make a gusset on this one. And so your leather, we'll just pretend this is leather here. Now your gusset can't be any more than half this. So this is a good way to get your gusset width. It's just fold it in half, and you don't want any more than that for your gusset. I'll show you how I get my gusset. I always start my gusset like this to get a rough idea. Then I go on the leather like this, and I go like this, and the leather would continue. You just keep rolling. So you need, I guess, let's see. Here's where we can use this one. Be a little easier. Of course, it's always the reverse way. So I'm using centimeters, which is just the way this tape is. So there's 13, turn around, 28, about 41 I would say. 41 for this size at the 5.5 by 7, 41. But always cut a little extra of your gusset because you can always trim it down. It's very difficult to add. So basically, this is your gusset then. Of course, it has to be the full length of it. So your gusset gets sewed like that and around, all the way around. So you just want to, you do the exact same thing on each side here, every centimeter. Again, you can use the top of your ruler because there's always a bit of space. Start it there, then go all the way. This would be on both sides, going all the way around that whole length. Okay, so that would be your gusset part. So now you have 5 pieces made. By the time you're done all the gusset and everything, there'll be 5 pieces made. So put this off to the side here. Now you're going to want fringe. So, as a rule of thumb, you at least want a minimum of, I don't know, the fringe is totally up to you whether you even want to put it on. Most fringe is, I don't know, that's what, 23 centimeters, which would be 9 inches, this one is. So that's a 9-inch fringe. It doesn't have to be quite that long. You can be a 6-inch, 15 centimeter type deal. You could be that type of thing. But basically you have to cut as many panels. So here's one panel. I modified this one and cut the leather to the actual fringe. So I cut, in this case, we'll just make a short fringe just for this demonstration here. So I'd cut right there for the fringe. I'm just going to make short fringe here. You can make it as long as you want. So there's one panel. Then you'd cut another one, 2 panels, and this panel would be at the bottom. So each, you need at least 6 of these panels now. 6 of these panels. So now we're up to, oh, I don't know how many parts now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4, so you need 8 of them now. 8 with the gusset, so there's 9 pieces that you've made. I know I count pieces, I get myself confused a bit now. Always keep a scrap piece of leather because you need about 15 to 20 feet of lace cut out, because there will be no sewing other than the lace. Oops. Lucky I have another one. That one blew away. So you'll need about 15 to 20 feet of that. Always keep a little extra so you can make more lace. We got the gusset, we got the fringe, so you need 6 panels cut out for fringe. Now you have the strap. Now each length of your strap consists of 2. I usually keep it within 4 centimeters, which is, well, keep it within the 2 inches anyways, but this is 1 in one and a bit. So one, yeah, 1.5 roughly. It's about 1.5 roughly the width. So you'll need those. 2 of these. This is recycled leather, so it makes it. I still have to clean this off a bit before I assemble, but it comes off. They use tack glue, so this is from my chair. As you remember in my last video, I butchered my chair. So you make that as long as possible. That's these things. Each one has 2. And again, you just do this one's slightly different in how you put it together, but everything is all punched out, all 1 centimeter apart, all the way. And how you'd put them together. Obviously, your fringe here, you have the 1 centimeters going all the way across. You're going to cut these into fringe. I always do it later. Some people do it before. I don't, because I find that it gets in the way. So for assembly, you're going to take this. You're going to take this. Of course, the one blew away that I had all the dots on. So for assembly, all these holes are be punched, and your gusset punched. So you're going to take your gusset, take your fringe, sandwich in between. Oh, I better mention that really quick. For your pocket, you're going to fold down one of these about 1 inch. You're going to fold one of these about 1 inch and either cut it off or fold it to the inside. Cutting off would probably be better because you're going to do the loops on top. But if you're going to put it down and make a fancy X pattern, that's just this type of deal. You can make a pattern that way by doing 4 holes. You just do the 4 holes. I'll show really quick. So you do 4 holes, and from the leather itself, you'd make the X. Then there'd be another 4. Then you'd make your X again. Your X. Then your X. It would just give you a X thing. Underneath, on the opposite side, this would be looking like that. On the opposite side here, all one piece. So that's how you do that. Yeah, but make sure you cut out your. Well, before I end this one, I'll show you what the leather should look like and how many you should have. Here, we'll clean off some of this stuff that we don't need at the moment. I'll clean this all off, and I'll lay out everything how it should look. Take these off. Take everything off here. Okay, you got your lace, extra leather to make additional lace. You're going to have 6 of these. For your strap. We'll lay these over here. So there's 6 of these for your straps. 4 of these for the purse or side satchel. It's a side bag. 1 is your actual flap that goes over the top. This one, like I told you, it would look like that on top of the leather when you sew. That would make that little pocket. That would make that. are, this is the gusset. It goes like that. It's your gusset. And this is all your fringe. So this would be coming off your sides. So sorry, you'll need just one gusset, and you'll need four pieces for the bag. Then your fringe that would be coming off. That's how your fringe would be. And I made 3 panels on this one because I modified them slightly, but normally they would be smaller. So these 3 would actually be 6, but I made them larger to be just 3. And as you can see, the fringe equals or surpasses the actual bag itself. That's why this is a lot of leather. That's why this is recycled leather, so it doesn't matter. And this is just extra fringe moment. That's just in case the sides don't meet up. They meet up quite well. So you have 6 pieces for the strap, a gusset, and I'll just give you an idea of how much leather you really need. I'll lay this all out. If it doesn't blow away, of course. Your gusset, and all your, just set a, that one seems to be moving, so we'll just set glue on that one. Then all your fringe. And your lace. So pretty much that is how much leather you need for this project. So I will leave you at it to punch all the holes, and I will show you how to assemble in a different video. It's going to take me a while. Like I said, this is black, so it's going to be harder for me to see the holes. So remember, every centimeter all the way around, and everyone, and on the gussets, both sides, the purse or bag, both sides, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, and even the top one all the way around. The fringe, you just do one side. The gusset, both sides. The straps, you just have to, well, we can do that at a later time in assembly, because that doesn't take that much to punch those holes. Hopefully 20 feet is enough, but that's why you always have extra, just in case you have to cut more. But yeah, I hope I'm hoping that I explained this good enough. So if you guys have enough leather, you're welcome to join me in the next video for assembly. Yeah, this is all recycled leather. Like I said, I took an old leather chair and took it apart. So it is quite a bit of leather. If you don't have enough leather, it's done the exact same way without the fringe. This is just inverted. So it would be this type of bag. They're identical bags, it's just this one has fringe on it. So it would just be the bag itself without the fringe. There's a lot of fringe because you're fringing both sides of this bag. So there's the gusset in between. I like to try to make one piece gussets. This one I joined together. I made two pieces into one. This one I actually did the same, but I like it to try to be just one piece. So yeah, so hope I didn't confuse you too much. The main thing is when you make your pattern, you'll need 4 for the bag. You'll need 6 for the fringe, a gusset, and you'll need 6 for the strap, and of course extra leather for the and 20 feet, roughly 20 feet, 15-20 feet of lace, with the option of having additional to make more if required. And yeah, so hope you liked the video.